What plans have I failed to give to God? You just stop in your life ever so often and say, let's time out. I've made some plans. Are there any plans in my life right now that I've failed to give God? Why is that important? Because if you're planning without God, that's called pride, right? If I can do it on my own, I'm removing God from my life. I'm depending on me to set the course of my life. Then I'm operating in pride. I'm operating with a lack of trust in God. I'm perhaps operating in fear of letting God's will be done in my life. And so I'm really shutting down the voice of God. So we stop and ask ourselves regularly, what plans do I have that I fail to give to God? Could I ask you today in your own life, as I ask myself, are there any plans that I have in my life that I haven't yet given to God? If so, you need to give those plans to God today and release them to Him and say, God, whatever you want me to do is fine. I don't have any plan. My plan is your plan. My plan is your plan. Why? Because God's plan is always better than your plan, okay? And that's something we can't get beyond at times. We think that our plans are so great. And God says, time out. Well, I know the plans for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and give you a hope and a future. So that's a checkup question, right? Here's a second checkup question. What ambitions and activities am I pursuing that distract me from God? An ambition is something, it's a goal that you're going after. An activity is something you're doing with your life right now, you're filling your time with. Are there any ambitions in your life or activities, things you're filling your life with right now that may not be sinful, may not be evil, but they're distractions from your relationship with God? They're distracting you. The problem with that is distractions create distance. And over a period of time, these distractions will not only distract you from God, they will distance you from God. So we're taking it down a level, right? What plans do I have that I haven't given to God? What distractions do I have in my life? Activities or ambitions am I going after that really are pulling me away from God? That's a very important question to ask yourself. This keeps you in a position to hear from God if you answer it honestly. And then number 3, what hurts am I holding on to? You know that your hurts can keep you from hearing God? Did you know that your hurts can keep you from hearing God? That when you're hurt on the inside, you filter everything you hear through your hurts. Think about the last relational pain you had and how it affected how you heard the other person, right? You hear people through your hurts. When your hurts are there, they filter. They become a filter that affects your communication. The same is true in your communication with God. When you're hurt, it affects how you hear from God.